Okay, here we have a depiction of maybe the same person, same lens. We have the ray coming from the top of the head and the ray coming down, the ray coming in parallel to the axis of the lens, and the one coming down through the center of the lens. The one coming in parallel to the axis of the lens will be bent down toward the focal point, and this ray will continue through undeflected. We also have a ray, let's say, coming from the person, looks like it's coming from the person's armpit here. Okay, so this armpit ray comes in parallel to the axis of the lens, and it'll be bent through the focal point. Now, of course, it'll come through at a different angle than this one because it's closer to the center of the lens, but that's okay. Okay, this will come through, and of course we have another armpit ray going through the center of the lens and passing through undeflected. Now, what happens to these rays? Okay, this is a point of the head ray here, and this is a point of the head ray here. Okay, here's an armpit ray here, and here's an armpit ray here. Where do these rays converge? Well, let's see. The head rays here and here converge at the head. The armpit rays here and here converge at the armpit. At the same distance behind the lens, assuming that the armpit and the head are at the same distance on the other side of the lens. Okay? Now, if we look at the tip of one of the fingers that's a little bit further, okay, let's say we look at the tip of this finger that's a little further from the lens, its image is actually going to form a little further on the other side of the lens here, or maybe a little closer. And you can figure out which. And that means that your image, if you put a screen right here, will be slightly blurry. However, if the whole individual is at approximately the same distance, you'll have a pretty good image right down here. Okay, so if you put a screen here, okay, if you take one of the screens that comes with the lab kit and set it right here and look at the screen, if you have a brightly illuminated object over here, the rays from that object that strike the lens, and if your lens is large enough to capture a lot of the light, that is, large enough that a fair amount of the light that comes off of the individual actually passes through the lens, and if it's dark over here so that you can see the image, you'll be able to see the image on this screen, and that's going to be a real image, a real inverted image, as a matter of fact. Okay, next class we'll go on with the ideas of image formation.